I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Army, something big is happening. A shocking statement has just rocked the entertainment world. It's not about a comeback. It's not about dating rumors. It's about something much bigger. The future of a star who has stolen millions of hearts. And his name is Kim Taehyung. While the K-pop world is awash with hot news, one statement from HYBE has everyone speechless. They've called Kim Taehyung, better known as BTS's V, their greatest asset. It's not just empty praise. It's a serious admission, and the world knows. When an agency as big as HYBE says something like that, something big is being prepared behind the scenes. Sure, to many, this may seem like a casual remark, but to ARMY, it carries a profound meaning. Because we all know Taehyung is more than just an ordinary star. He's a figure capable of uniting the world with his charisma. But if Taehyung is already that big, why is HYBE only now calling him their greatest asset? It's not about what he's already achieved, but about what he'll do in the future. Taehyung isn't just a singer. He's a global icon. His visuals are always eye-catching, and his voice, a deep, smooth baritone, has captivated millions. But what's even more interesting is how HYBE has begun positioning him not just as a member of BTS, but as the center of their grand plans for the future. The world sees V as a K-pop star, but HYBE, they see something much bigger. Some believe that HYBE is crafting a new image for Taehyung, not just as a solo artist, but as a global symbol representing art, culture, fashion, and even cinema. From his involvement with luxury brands to his appearances at exclusive global events, everything Taehyung does feels strategic, as if designed for something more monumental. Is this a sign that HYBE is preparing a new era for Taehyung? Rumors of major projects continue to emerge. Collaborations with world-class fashion houses, involvement in films or visual arts, even the possibility of becoming an international ambassador for Korean culture. All of these possibilities have become increasingly open since HYBE's public announcement. And one thing that can't be ignored, the timing. Currently, Taehyung is still serving his mandatory military service. But it's precisely during his inactivity that his influence is felt even more. HYBE seems to be preparing a broader, grander, and more profound stage for his return. They know that V is no longer just a teen idol. He's a game changer. When HYBE calls someone their greatest asset, it's not just about sales figures or popularity. It's about long-term potential. And that's Taehyung, an artist capable of touching multiple domains and creating new cultural waves. It's worth remembering that Taehyung has long been the face of major campaigns. But now, he's starting to be recognized in projects that fall outside his K-pop comfort zone. Does this mean he'll be entering the world of international acting? Or perhaps representing Korea at global cultural events? One thing's for sure, this isn't a spur-of-the-moment move. It's the result of long planning and a grand strategy. We've all seen idols reach their peaks and then fade away. But with Taehyung, his career path seems very different. Not just rising, but expanding. HYBE seems to want to make him not just a shining star, but a beacon illuminating the future direction of the entertainment industry. Will he continue his solo career? Almost certainly. But it seems Taehyung's journey won't stop at the concert stage or the music charts. He will explore the worlds of fashion, contemporary art, and perhaps even become a cultural influence like other world-class actors and artists. And of course, all of this is happening because of one thing. HYBE knows they don't just have an idol, they have a legend in making. For ARMY, this isn't a surprise. They've long believed that Taehyung would go further than just a singer. And now, recognition from his own agency only validates all that belief. Taehyung is the future, not just for BTS, but for the entire Korean and, indeed, global entertainment industry. His upcoming return won't just be a comeback. It'll be the beginning of a new era. An era in which Taehyung will break new ground, set new standards, and redefine what it means to be a true global star. Taehyung is no longer just a figure on stage. He has transformed into a new language in the global entertainment world. Every step he takes is more than just a performance. Every project is no longer just professional work. It's a statement about direction, about change, about the future. And HYBE knows it. They know they're not building a single person's career. They're charting a new course in Korean entertainment. Taehyung has become the pivot point of HYBE's global strategy, one that goes beyond music. We're starting to see concrete signs of this. His involvement in international fashion campaigns isn't just endorsements. It's training to master a world stage that extends beyond music. His appearances in documentaries, short films, and visual events aren't just forms of artistic expression. They're the maturation of a narrative about a multidimensional artist who can enter the art and film space with credibility that can't be underestimated. Even in his silence during his mandatory military service, his name lives on, not because of scandal, but because of the high expectations that continue to grow. And this is where Taehyung's power truly shines. Not all stars can shine even when they're not performing. But Taehyung? He can. Because he doesn't just live on screen. He lives in the hearts, minds, and hopes of his fans. HYBE sees this as a rare opportunity, and they won't waste it. Many industry analysts are now boldly comparing HYBE's strategy for Taehyung to the long-term approach Hollywood typically takes for top actors. Some even call it the Taehyung blueprint, a new pattern for developing artists who not only survive in the industry but define it. Is this an exaggeration? It might sound like it. But if we look at how the world responds to Taehyung's every move, from fan sites to global brands to international media, we know there's something different here. Something that can't be bought with popularity alone. Something that can only emerge from natural charisma, an aura that can't be taught, and the courage to be different in a world full of imitations. And now, HYBE is opening new doors. Not just for Taehyung, but for the industry as a whole. They're setting a grand stage, not just for a musical comeback, but for the solidification of Taehyung's place as a global cultural icon. An icon who will be remembered not just for his songs, but for his ideas, his style, his outlook on art. Because Taehyung doesn't just want to perform, he wants to create something meaningful. So when HYBE says that Taehyung is our greatest asset, they're not being flattering, they're not being promotional, and they're not trying to please fans. They're being honest. And for the first time, the world is truly starting to realize it. ARMY may have been following V's journey for a decade, but his true journey, the most influential, the most defining, and the most earth-shattering, has just begun. We don't know what form it will take yet. Will it be a visual conceptual solo album? Or an international film with complex characters? Maybe a cross-border collaborative art project? But one thing's for sure, it will be bigger than anything we could have ever imagined. And as always, K-pop Update will be at the forefront, following every step, every news, every sign that emerges from Kim Taehyung's epic journey. Because this isn't just a career anymore. This is a legacy. And ARMY, all of us, are witnessing history being written.